Welcome back. $2,500. That is how much we are hoping to raise today for Sunbeam Family Services through the Building Brighter Futures campaign.
News 9 teamed up with Sunbeam last year to support mental health for Oklahoma children. Joining us live, Sunbeam CEO Sarah Rahhal. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me and
Absolutely.
for your interest.
Yeah, such a big, important component, the mental health of our children here in Oklahoma. What have you seen since the pandemic in children?
I think our therapists have seen what is aligning with the early research, that more children are struggling with anxiety, depression, social anxiety, and loneliness. We're seeing those numbers increase, and the severity of what they're going through is more of a struggle.
We're really focusing on the children. I know you guys do so much at the Edwards Early Education Center on the northeast side of the metro. You know, really today's message is for parents too, about engaging and making sure that you are really plugged in to your children, especially school's getting ready to start back up.
Yes. I think the best thing parents can do is stay connected. Stay really present with your children so you can notice the differences if they're experiencing any mental health challenges. We know that parents often feel it before they even know it.
Yes.
So if they can just pay attention to that and reach out and ask for help and really address what's going on with their
Mother's
children.
intuition,
Yes.
I mean, don't ignore it for sure.
What type of signs might you tell parents to maybe watch out for, be sensitive to? This is a difficult topic for some parents. They don't want to think that about their child, but we're trying to break down the stigma as well.
Yes, I always say mental health is no different than physical health. Look for the changes. Are they sleeping different? Are they struggling with motivation? Are they isolating more? If there's any change that you've seen from what they were doing yesterday, just notice it and have that conversation.
What happens though if the conversation might not go as well as you think it should, or that you still feel like, hey, something isn't quite right? What should parents do? When do you realize, hey, I need some help over here?
I always say ask the minute you think you're struggling. Ask your friends, ask other parents, talk to your doctor. Call us at Sunbeam. We'll walk you through anything. I think learning about what your child is going through is the best thing you can do.
What are some of the resources specifically that Sunbeam offers?
We provide individual therapy, family, play therapy. We do parenting classes. We do wonderful support groups for grandparents raising grandchildren. And we also really want to start early in a child's life, so we have infant mental health clinicians that support our early education centers and young parents or new parents so that they can early on understand how to support a child's mental health.
You know, it's so different than when really all of us went to school. Sarah and I were talking about my dad. If I was upset, he'd be like, build a bridge and get over it, sister. And I did. But life is different today. And as parents, we do have to give some grace and mercy to our children, too, in understanding the struggles.
The pressures have changed, too.
I mean, and social media, I mean, there are just so many different factors that really the three of us probably never even endured.
Yeah, so true. I think even the pandemic exacerbated that with staying connected with social media and cell phones rather than real connections. And so children are often triggered when they go back to school because it doesn't feel like the most safe place for them. They're disconnected from it.
And it should be such an exciting time, and we see our kids are burdened by what's facing them. It's kind of a sad commentary what our kids have been going through.
What's a simple exercise at home right now that parents watching could try with their children just to kind of tap in and see where things are?
I always say start with a deep breathing. You know, if we can regulate ourselves, can we help our children, even our teenagers, just calm down even to have a conversation? But then to talk about mental health is just like our physical health, and to be a role model, to talk about when we struggle or we're having a hard time, and how are we coping with that, so they recognize that it's all of us. It's not them in isolation.
And it doesn't discriminate. We see it from every economic background with children, adults, you know, all age ranges. So Sarah, thank you so much. Anything else that you want to add today?
No, I would just say thank you for continuing to talk about it. I think it helps us all as parents, the schools, and the community really address the needs of our children.
We are so excited to be teaming up with Sunbeam, and we need your help to build brighter futures for our Oklahoma children, their families, and any resources they may need.
Actually, today, we're just trying to raise $2,500. Would you help us? We want to have this by the end of the day for Sunbeam. You can actually go donate right now. Every bit matters. News9.com/Sunbeam.
And still ahead this morning, we're talking about back